Hey everybody! I'm having some pretty bad luck lately. As some of you may know, last Thursday I got in a car wreck. Apparently I really like looking death in the face and laughing at it. Okay, so here's the whole story. I'm driving on the freeway, I'm going 70 in the slow lane, I'm not texting, I'm listening to Miley Cyrus' We Can't Stop, and I'm driving next to this white car. He started speeding up and he swerves into me and I started honking. I swerved and I realized I was about to go off the freeway, so I turned to get back onto the freeway. I turned in front of the guy, but he didn't hit me again, so I turned again, I overcorrected and I flipped my car. I flipped off the freeway. My car somehow spun so my headlights were facing the freeway and I slid sideways down a hill. My car was on the passenger side, so I was dangling and it slid down and then I ran into a tree and then that's how I stopped. And as I was flipping, in my brain, I literally thought, oh my gosh, this is how I'm going to die. Right as I thought that, I was like, get your crap together, Rachel. You've seen so many action movies, you've got this. So I super glued myself to this seat because I knew as I was flipping, I didn't want my head to hit the glass. The passenger window had been broken and the sunroof window had been broken. So dirt was flying in, by the way. Dirt was just flailing everywhere and sticks and leaves. I was caked in dirt, just my whole face. And I had dirt in my mouth, I was spitting it out. As I was sliding down, I felt a bunch of liquid hit my face. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go into a river. I have to hold my breath. And then I realized that there was no more water and my car stopped. And I was like, that's coffee. Okay, I'm not in a river. I still hear Miley singing, We Can't Stop. No, Miley, we've stopped. I'm done. I remember in a commercial that you're supposed to unlock your car, put it in park, and turn the engine off when you get into a crash. I couldn't get out of either of my doors because one was on the ground and one was above me, so unlocking the doors thing didn't even make sense. But I put it in park, I turned off the car, and then I looked down and my phone was literally an inch from my hand. It had been sitting in my lap, so it could have gone anywhere. It could have flown out of the car. But my phone was an inch from my hand. She's like, he has a present from Jesus. And I was like, thanks, Jesus. Okay, cool, I can call 911. And then I realized I'm stuck in my seatbelt. This is hurting because I just gotten my appendix taken out, so the seatbelt was right on that wound. And I was like, okay, I need to get out of this car because Colleen's always really scared that cars are going to explode. So in my brain, I heard her being like, cars explode, cars explode. I looked down and I realized that if I unbuckled, I drop into a bunch of glass and dirt. Like getting my foot off of my side and like sticking it on the seat next to me so that when I undo my seatbelt, I don't fall to the ground. So I undo my seatbelt. Cool. I can go through this sunroof. That sounds like a really great idea. I go through and as I'm just going through, I'm like, don't cut yourself on glass. Don't cut yourself on glass. And I stand up and I look around. I have no clue where I am. I'm completely disoriented. I don't know which way's up, but I hear a dude screaming at me from the top of a hill. I crawl up the hill. He's there and he was just a dude that witnessed the crash. He was driving and he looked over and saw my headlights facing him and then me slide down a hill. So he pulled over to help me. The guy who hit me kept driving. No clue. I know he was in a white, rounded, older car, but yeah, this dude stopped. He called 911. He was extremely helpful. He stayed with me the whole time until my sister got there. Colleen came in her onesie. She rescued me in her onesie. It was really scary. It's probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. I kept it together while I was at the crash. I'm totally fine. I didn't want anyone freaking out about me, and Colleen spent the night with me. But there was no way I could sleep. I kept picturing in my mind the crash over and over again, and it's scary. The cops kept being like, we've seen this crash so many times, and we've never seen people walk out from it. I keep replaying over and over in my head, like, what I could have done differently. But seriously, like, when the guy hit me, he popped my tire, so there was no way I could control my car. I'm not a stunt driver. I mean, Jesus took the wheel. For a horrible situation, it was the best case scenario. It was such a horrible, horrible thing, and it sucks. It was a hit and run, meaning I have to pay, my parents have to pay out of pocket for a new car because I don't have collision insurance. I only have insurance that protects other people and my physical body. I don't have insurance that protects my car. Basically, the engine was completely rebuilt. My dad had bought me brand new tires 6 days before the accident. My stereo that I love so much was less than a year old. I felt so bad. I beg of all of you, please, when you drive, please be safe. No texting and driving. If I would have been texting, if I was speeding, if I had been drinking, if I hadn't been wearing my seatbelt, there's no way I would have survived that. So please, guys, when you drive, even if you don't get hurt, you could hurt other people. When you switch lanes, look over your shoulder. My goodness. Be safe when you're driving. Please, guys, for my sake, just do it. And thank you, everyone, for all the lovely things you've said to me and to my family, and for the prayers and the positive thoughts. Thank you, everybody, for the past week and a half. You guys have been great. Ever since I got my appendix taken out, you guys have just been sending so much love, and I thank you guys for that. It really does help. I do go and read everything, and I can't favorite, I can't respond to everything, but know that I do see your guys' stuff, and it really helps to know that there's so many people out there who love and support me and my whole family. So thank you, guys. Stay awesome, possums. There's a tree underneath it. I crawled out of that. That's what I crawled out of. You know, I like to keep sticks in my gas tank. Look at all the glass that didn't even touch me because the dirt got in my mouth. I don't think about which foot I'm putting in first. Okay. It's my right foot. My right foot goes in first, guys. The right foot.